Guys, welcome to another episode of Toke Moments. My name is Toke Makinwa. First, I have to apologize. Yes, the vlog is late. I can feel your daggers. Like I can literally feel you giving me the evil stare. I'm sorry, guys. I know someone is saying that's how she said last week. Yes, the vlog is late again today. That's how she will say again next week. Yes, the vlog will be late again. I apologize, guys. Please don't think that I take you guys for granted. But I just had so many things I had to sort out. Happy Easter! Woo! I like the fact that it came at this time. Okay, so it's Easter weekend. Some people might watch this before Easter Sunday or even Monday. But whenever you get to watch it, here I am wishing you and yours a wonderful Easter. And do not forget the reason for the season. You know, Christ died, which is the reason why we have Easter. And even to all my Muslim watchers as well, celebrate, you know, go out, visit someone. You know, Mondays, people usually take Mondays out to, you know, just do things like go to the beach or hang out or have a barbecue or do something. So, I mean, enjoy yourselves this season. This week, my favorite thing is actually a song. I couldn't stop listening to the song in South Africa, and it's like on my, you know, top 5 on my playlist. It's Adekunle Gold, and it's of course the song called Shade. I don't know if you guys have heard it. I love the beat, I love the sound, I love his voice. I'm such a stan of Adekunle Gold. I love it. Like if you haven't heard the song, Google Adekunle Gold Shade and yeah, listen to it. I absolutely love it. It got me through the traffic, got me on my way to the airport. Even on my way home from the airport, I just kept listening to the song. I just really love it because I can just drift away in my mind as I'm listening to it. The words are also really nice as well. So if your name is Shade, there you go. Adekunle Gold gave you a massive shout out. Do you guys like my earrings? Look, I love it. I love it too. Alright, so let's get down to business. Today we're going to be talking about something really serious. Boys can relate, girls can also relate. It's about relationships. We talk about relationships. Yes, we do. We cannot get enough of talking about it. And there's always something to talk about. You know, when it comes to boy and girl relationship, drama, the lack of drama, defining what it is, not defining what it is. Today I want to talk about compromise. And, you know, we hear that word loosely. People say things like, well, you have to compromise. You know, you can't find a perfect person. The person might be this, but lack in this area. You might be this, but lack in that area. You know, it's all about a compromise. And I do believe that relationships are about compromising because you cannot find that perfect person. And you're not perfect as well. So someone's going to love you with all your flaws and all, as you are supposed to love someone with their flaws and all. Having said that, where do you draw the line on this thing called compromise? Is it, oh, he likes fish, I like chicken, I don't like fish, he doesn't like chicken, but you know what, we'll make 2 separate pots of stew, or we'll eat chicken together on Monday and we'll eat fish together on Tuesday. I like to sleep with the lights on, he likes to sleep in the dark, but you know what, we can leave the lampstand on so that the room is semi-dark, you get your dark corner, my lampstand is on, and we're both happy. I like the color green. He likes the color yellow. I can't stand green. He can't stand yellow. But you know what? I'll compliment him when he wears green. And he would think I'm sexy if I wear yellow. Wouldn't you just love it if life was that simple? And all the things you had to compromise on was things like colors, food, sound, music, you know, looks. Yeah, looks. Some people have a long list of who they want to date. Must be tall, dark, handsome. And then when like 25 pass, it's like, okay, tall, dark. When like 32 pass, it's like, okay, tall. When like 37 pass, like, oh, you know what, I'm just tired. Just come. Do you know what I mean? So let's talk about this thing called compromise. I personally believe that when it comes to things like that, I don't even call those things like colors and what side of the bed you sleep and those things as major compromise, because I feel like if you love someone, as I explained earlier, you know, you accept them the way they are. But when it now comes to things like, you know, religion, things like having kids, things like finances, where do you draw the line on this thing called compromise? There's a whiff you feel. There's that thing in your gut feeling that something is not quite right. Do you know what I mean? And when we have that feeling and you know, that intuition that tells you, it might be maybe in the way the person presents themselves, maybe the things they said in the beginning, and you find out in the middle that it's not quite so, or you know, maybe the guy lies or the girl is, sometimes you can't place her whereabouts. There's some things that you just can't put your finger on. You know what I mean? And I find that a lot of people are quick to sweep it under the carpet and say, well, after all, He's not perfect, I'm not perfect. So it's all about compromise. And I think that there's some certain things that we should not compromise on. There's some certain things that you know from the get-go that this is who this person is. This is what they've shown you. When people show you who they are, believe them. That saying, whoever said that is not crazy. Whoever said that knows what he or she was talking about. When people show you who they are, don't doubt them. Don't give them a reason to show you again. Do you know what I mean? When you hear that, that can sound very harsh. Someone can think, but there's something called forgiveness. But there's this, but there's also a thin line where you need to open your eyes and look out for these things, those signs. You find people that will say things like, yeah, I saw those signs, but I thought with marriage you would change. Or I thought that, we just met each other. Maybe as time goes by, we'll ease into the relationship and we'll get comfortable with each other. They have gotten into serious trouble. You should never compromise on religion. I'm not saying that as a Christian you cannot marry a Muslim. I'm saying understand that you're getting married to somebody who knows you're a Christian and who will not try to change you at some point. You know he's a Muslim. You have dealt with it. You have accepted it. And you won't wake up one morning and think, oh, but I married you believing that I could convert you. That's where people have major problems. Finances. Have that talk. Don't marry the person thinking that when we get there we'll find out, because so many people do that. There are too many people who you sit with and you hear them say things like, yeah, there were those issues, but I thought that with marriage, when we marry and we settle down, things will get better. This is what this guy wants. He wants to live a quiet life. He wants to live in the countryside. He wants to live a secluded life. You want to live in the city. Don't overlook things like that. Oh, he can change in the marriage. Oh, I will just show him this when we marry, and then maybe that will now convert him or that will make him change. There's some certain things that we should not compromise on. If someone doesn't want to have kids and they tell you from the get-go that, you know what, I don't really think this kids thing is for me, why are you now dating the person? There's so many people who are in relationships that they have no business being in, but they're there because they believe, one, age is not on their side. My eggs, biological clock is ticking. Let me just marry. Just put so much pressure on you, and you think to yourself, let me just overlook some certain things. Okay, he said he'll be here at 8 o'clock. He comes at 10. He's a perpetual latecomer, but I will overlook it for now. And then when you now marry the guy, you now want to start showing him, no, you can't do this, you can't. But he's looking at you thinking, are you crazy? While we're dating, look, I always showed up 5 hours late, and you know who I am. Believe that, this is your last bus stop. You were so tough before you got into this relationship. Where will you find another one? So therefore, you begin to overlook some certain things. Overlook the fact that this guy is quite controlling. Overlook the fact that this guy can shout at you in the public. Overlook the fact that this guy is not quite honest. Overlook the fact that at 8 o'clock you don't know where she is. Overlook the fact that she has uncle. The way too many people getting married hoping that the person they're marrying would change, or they would change them by some luck or miracle. I married this guy, but I can change him, because you believe that, you know what, where would I find the stress of meeting somebody? How do I now begin to meet somebody and say hi, hello? I don't want to get to know another person. I've known him, this is it, let me just marry. After all, you cannot know somebody completely. Sounds familiar? We all tell ourselves this thing. You can't know someone completely. Do people still change? What if you marry him and it changes? So let me just marry him right now. Let me just marry her. She's the one that I've been seeing for a while. She seems like she's like wife material. She seems like she has a good head on her shoulder. She seems like she'll take care of my children. Those are the reasons why people find themselves in this situation. 3 years down the line in the marriage, you're now looking at yourselves thinking, I never saw that side of him. Yes, you did. You just chose to overlook it. You compromised on that. You didn't compromise on potato, plantain, eggs, how you like it, or how he likes to drink water, cold or warm. You compromised on something as daring as he doesn't want any kids, or he doesn't like going out. You're going out girl, you're going out chick, you're stuck with this guy who just wants to sit in front of the TV all day, all night, and he doesn't want to do anything. He doesn't want your friends around because he wants his house quiet. Then you now feel trapped. Is it balanced? Are we balancing each other? I have problems with this. Do I talk about it? Talk about it extensively. Talk about it till your ears hurt from talking about it. Trust me, it is better. Talk about it till you both decide to work out that issue. Find out everything in clean terms. He's Muslim, I'm Christian, I love him, we're going to get married, but I'm not trying to change him. He's not trying to change me. We've agreed that our kids are going to have the right to choose what religion they want. And before they do that, ask the mother, maybe they would practice my religion. So when it's Sunday morning, you're not there kicking the guy saying, get up, let's go to church. He looks at you like you're crazy. I told you I am not a Christian. You knew this before you married me, but you married him thinking you could change him. So I personally believe that when you use the word compromise, use that term for things that you can't lose sleep over, things that you can live with, basically. Compromise on those things that it's not a do or die affair. He likes the lights on, I like the lights off. I can reach a compromise. I can leave my lampstand on. You can keep the lights off on your end and would have a perfect night. Don't sell your future for a morsel of pottage. Are you Esau? Are you not going to give your future away because of porridge? Are you? You have to sit down and find out these things, because people talk less in relationships these days. People just assume so many things. You just assume that you can change the guy. You assume that he loves you enough. So if he loves me, why can't he change? That's very selfish. That's extremely selfish. You too, if you love him enough, why are you trying to change him? This is who he is. You should have left him for somebody else who would manage who he is to carry. And somebody who would be into you, would meet you and marry you. So that's all I want to share with you guys this week. It was based on relationships and this thing called compromise. If it barks like a dog, smells like a rat, quack like a dog, it probably is. Okay, thank you all for watching. Please remember to subscribe to my YouTube channel and follow me on Twitter. I am at Topstar with a double R.